welcome to the deep dive. Today we're plunging into something that looks simple on the surface, but actually holds some real power. We're talking about small talk.
That's right.
Our source for this is 100 small talk starters to speak English naturally. And our mission today, it's not just about listing phrases, not at all. We want to really get why small talk is so critical, for building relationships, speaking more naturally and honestly, gaining confidence.
It's huge for confidence.
Yeah. Think of this deep dive as your shortcut, basically, to being well-informed about this, art of connection. It's often overlooked.
So overlooked.
We're going to pull out the really important bits, not just what to say, but the when and the how, to make connections that actually stick.
And that's what makes it so interesting, isn't it? What looks like simple, maybe even superficial chat, it's actually the bedrock, the foundation for real interaction.
Right.
And this source, it does more than list words. It gives insight into when and how to use them. That's incredibly valuable if you're looking to communicate better, more naturally.
Definitely.
Small talk isn't really about being trivial. It's about creating comfort, showing genuine interest. It kind of smooths the path for something more meaningful down the line.
It's like a social lubricant, almost.
Exactly. It's this fascinating social dance. And honestly, it can lead to some surprising insights. About others, sure, but sometimes about yourself, too. Makes things really interesting.
Okay, let's dive in then. Let's start with the basics, the everyday conversation starters. These are the general ones, right?
What?
Anytime, anywhere.
The go-tos.
Coffee shop, waiting room, wherever.
Yeah.
Things like, how's your day going? Pretty standard. Or, what are you up to this weekend? So let me ask you listening. What's the real power behind these? They seem so simple.
Well, their power is subtle. Think of them as little social temperature checks.
Okay.
They let you see if someone's open to chatting without being demanding. You only go deeper if you get that green light,
Right, low stakes.
Exactly. Take, how's the weather treating you? It's not just about the weather. It's a bit creative almost. Empathetic. Invites a shared feeling.
Oh, never thought of it that way.
Or can you believe this weather? That expresses surprise, creates an immediate shared experience. Boom. Instant connection.
Yeah.
Even something like, this place is always so crowded, isn't it? That's looking for agreement. It builds an easy, quick bond.
So they're not just questions.
No, they're low-stakes invitations. Perfect for connecting casually, on the bus, at school, waiting in line somewhere. Anywhere, really.
That's a great point. It's not just filling silence. It's actively creating a comfortable zone.
Yeah.
Okay, let's shift gears from those general openers to something more structured, like work and study.
Common scenarios.
Very common for English learners as the source notes. And the small talk here feels a bit different, maybe.
Can do, yeah. More context-specific sometimes.
We're talking about things like, what do you do for a living? Or are you working on any big projects? Standard stuff. But the source also suggests asking, how did you choose that field? What's the thinking behind that one?
That one's strategic.
Yeah.
In professional settings, networking, classes, these questions are super valuable. They're like verbal handshakes.
Okay.
They help you show interest, build trust, make people feel okay about sharing more. When you ask, how did you choose that field, you're basically inviting their origin story.
Right, their passion.
Exactly. It makes the whole interaction more human. And thinking about now, questions like, do you work remotely or go into the office? Super common post-pandemic, right?
Oh, totally.
It reflects this huge shift in how we work and live. So it feels very natural to ask, very current.
Makes sense. Okay, from the office grind, let's move to something usually lighter, more fun, hobbies and free time.
Yes, always a good area.
Our source says this is one of the easiest ways to make a real connection. And it makes sense, doesn't it? People generally like talking about what they enjoy. Examples like, what do you like to do for fun? Or, hey, are you into podcasts? Which, probably resonates with you listening.
Quite possibly.
But what about something like, are you a morning person or a night owl? What does that really tell you beyond just sleep habits?
It's interesting, right? These questions are great for finding shared interests, sure, but also learning about someone's personality. Gently.
How so?
Well, they keep things light, friendly, but reveal little preferences, little quirks. Knowing if someone's a morning person or night owl tells you about their energy, their rhythm, maybe even the kinds of things they like doing. It's surprisingly insightful.
Huh.
And asking, are you watching any shows right now? Oh man, that can kick off long, fun chats. Because TV, movies, streaming, it's such a shared thing. Easily leads elsewhere.
Totally get that. Okay, next up, travel and culture. These are topics most people really enjoy talking about, aren't they?
Oh, big time. Very engaging.
We're looking at questions like, what's your dream destination? Or maybe, what's one place you'd love to go back to?
Great questions.
And I think this one's really interesting. What's something unique about your culture? How does asking that show respect beyond just curiosity?
That question is powerful because it's a direct invitation. You're asking someone to share a piece of their identity.
Right.
So useful in international settings, language exchanges. You learn about their background, their country, experiences, dreams. Builds rapport instantly.
So it's deeper than just facts.
Way deeper. When you ask about culture like that, you're showing real respect. Genuine curiosity, and people really appreciate that. It bridges differences, finds common ground, very connecting.
Let's pivot again. Something else universal often stirs up feelings. Food and drink.
Always a good topic.
Yet the source connects it to culture, family.
Yep.
It's surprisingly rich ground for small talk. I like these examples. What's your go-to meal? Or do you have a favorite comfort food?
Comfort food.
And even the playful one. What's your least favorite food? Gets a reaction.
Definitely. These work so well casually. Lunch breaks, coffee, social events. Because food is immediate, it's shared experience.
And comfort food.
Yeah.
What's the deeper thing there?
It's more than just taste, right? It's warmth, it's emotion. Often it's a memory, a feeling of home. It's personal.
Yeah.
And even simple things like asking sweet or savory can tell you a bit about someone's food personality, their approach to enjoyment, maybe even routine. It's fun.
Okay, now we're inching a bit more personal, but still aiming for light and friendly with light personal questions.
Still safe territory.
But inviting a little more sharing. Fun ones like, are you a cat person or a dog person? Always sparks debate. Or, what's a fun fact about you?
Love the fun fact question.
How do questions like, what's one thing that always cheers you up? Or, do you have any hidden talents? Build connection without getting, too nosy.
Good question. They work best when you've already chatted a bit. You're just gently nudging things deeper.
Okay.
A fun fact is usually something quirky, interesting. Hidden talents, skills people might not know you have. Both are brilliant for making new friends.
Why brilliant?
Because they offer a glimpse into someone's unique self, beyond the everyday stuff. They usually bring a smile, maybe a laugh, and often a really interesting little story. Makes people memorable.
Right, memorable. Okay, this is where it gets really interesting, I think. We're moving into opinions and personal thoughts.
Slightly deeper water, yeah.
This is where people share what they think, what they believe. Can be amazing for connection. The source has powerful examples. What's the best advice you've ever received? Wow.
That's a great one.
Or the imaginative, if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Yeah.
Always fun. And I really like what's something you wish more people talked about that could really open things up.
It really can. Meaningful stuff might come out.
So how do we handle this richer territory well?
The key is respect. Asking someone's opinion makes them feel valued, right? It opens the door for interesting, meaningful chat. But You listen respectfully.
Got it.
When you ask, say, are you more of an optimist or a realist? You're not just getting a label, you're getting a quick peek into their basic worldview, how they approach life. And asking about a movie that changed your perspective.
Yeah.
That's not just about movies. It shows how stories impact us personally. Sparks chats about growth, learning. It's about understanding their inner world a bit.
From the inner world to the everyday practical. Let's talk technology and lifestyle. Tech is just everywhere. Huge part of life now.
Absolutely inescapable.
So these questions are super relatable. Things like, what's one app you use every day? Or do you prefer texting or calling?
Classic debates.
And what about discussing something like screen time? What does that reveal about us now?
Well, it's compelling because almost everyone has feelings about tech, right? These questions lead to very natural talks. The working from home question we mentioned, that became universal post-pandemic, shows how small talk adapts to what we're all experiencing.
Sure.
And asking about fitness apps, trackers, favorite websites. It lets you explore someone's online life, their routines, in a personal but usually comfortable way. Reveals their digital self, kind of.
And building right on that, let's look at current topics and trends. This section helps so you're plugged in, curious, willing to chat about modern stuff. It can be quite attractive in conversation.
Definitely shows engagement.
Examples like, what do you think about AI these days? Big topic. Or have you tried any viral challenges?
Huh. The viral challenges.
And why is knowing about something like a social media detox important? What does that signify?
Well, these starters are great with friends, colleagues, classmates, people who like talking news, trends, viral stuff. Shows you're keeping up.
Right.
Understanding things like a social media detox. It's not just about the term. It reveals a perspective on modern life, well-being. And it lets people share opinions, maybe funny or honest stories about their own tech overload experiences.
Finds common ground in the now.
Exactly, in this constantly changing world we share.
Okay, this is super important. Starting is one thing, but knowing how to end it smoothly, just as critical.
Absolutely. Don't leave things hanging awkwardly.
Our final section, from the source. Ending conversations naturally. It gives these polite, warm ways to close, like, it was great talking to you. Simple. Or, I'll let you get back to your day.
Crucial phrases. They help you leave a good final impression. Not rude, not awkward.
And things like, hope to see you again soon, or let's catch up again sometime.
Those show genuine interest in connecting again. Very positive. And saying something like, I'd love to hear more about that next time. That's clever.
How so?
It shows you were listening, you're still interested, and it sets up a reason for the next chat. Subtly keeps that door open for future connection. Very smooth.
Okay, so wrapping this all up, what's the big takeaway? This deep dive, I think, really shows that small talk isn't small at all.
Not even close.
It's this toolbox, really. A set of surprisingly powerful tools for connection, for confidence, for just communicating more naturally.
Well put.
Our source gave us 100 phrases. But the key, as it says, isn't memorizing all 100.
Definitely not.
No. Pick a few, maybe just 5 to start. Try them out. Real conversation, sure, or even, as the source suggests, practice in the mirror, get comfortable, make them feel like yours.
And connecting that to the bigger picture, mastering even a few of these, it genuinely builds confidence. It improves fluency. It makes using everyday English feel way less scary.
Yeah, less intimidating.
This deep dive, hopefully, has given you, our listener, a great shortcut. You're now really well informed about a vital social skill, turning the seemingly trivial into something, well, potentially quite impactful.
Okay, so here's that final thought for you to chew on. If small talk really is the gateway to deeper connection, what seemingly tiny, everyday interaction could be your next big aha moment? And how might just one simple phrase used with real intention unlock it?
Ooh, I like that. What little key unlocks the next door?
Exactly. Something to think about. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into the surprisingly interesting world of small talk.
It was fun.
Yeah. We really hope you'll reflect on maybe which part of this resonated most with you and maybe how you can try applying it this week. Until next time, take care.